Denver 8 TV, your city, your source.
Good morning, everybody. Please come. We have seats up front for people to come and join us. You can take your seats. I want to welcome everyone, and what an exciting day this is for the region. And it wasn't long ago that we were here for this groundbreaking, so it has come to fruition. This is very exciting. My name is Councilman Chris Herndon. I represent District 11, far northeast Denver, which includes about half of this bridge. So thank you, and I'm on the Aurora side right now with Mayor Hogan's permission. So thank you for that, Mayor. I want to introduce the distinguished guests behind me that you will be hearing from, and I would ask that you please hold your applause until the end. I want to start with the Mayor of Denver, Michael Hancock. We have Honorable Mayor Steve Hogan. We have RTD Board Member Barbara Detweiler, and then we have Sarah Thompson Cassidy, Union Pacific Railroad Director of Public Affairs. So please thank you all for being here today. And it is my pleasure to invite to the podium the Mayor of Denver, the Honorable Mayor Michael Hancock.
Thank you. Being knocked out by America. Let me thank Councilman Chris Herndon and just add to your list here the Honorable Tom Tobiasen. I just saw you as I walked out. Where'd you go? You're front here from the RTD board. And I also want to welcome our Deputy Director of Public Works, George Delaney, who is here as well as part of this effort. And Leslie. Leslie, welcome as well. Thank you for being here. Hey, listen, you know, this line you see in front of us symbolizes the border between our two cities. Today, upon the completion of the sweeping of this line, we'll erase it and demonstrate symbolically really how our two cities have come together in a collaborative effort to create this wonderful project, to create wonderful access and passage for our motorists, whether they are bicyclists, whether they are in cars or they're walking. This has been a wonderful collaborative project between the cities of Aurora and the city of Denver. And so with that, I want to thank my good friend, the great mayor of the city of Aurora, for his partnership on this project. This is a prime example of the future of transportation in Metro Denver. You know, we're not building a bridge to nowhere. This is clearly a bridge to both of our communities and creating opportunities for everyone who will pass through here. This project is a reality because of public-private partnership of Denver, Aurora, RTD, Union Pacific Railroad, and thank you so very much because you all came to the table to make this happen for us. Dr. Cog, CDOT, and the Federal Highway Administration, all who contributed financially and operationally to this project. Had we done this alone, it would not be done today. It would not have been completed. And so this is a very hearty thank you to all the players who have played a role here. We are weeks away from opening this bridge that not only supporting our multimodal transportation, but connecting motorists, bicyclists, pedestrian, and transit riders. In 2016, up to 200 daily crossings are anticipated on the commuter rail tracks below us. And any one of us, Councilman Herndon and I know this well, who have traveled along Peoria and been caught with trains coming. Sarah, thank you very much. But this is a true blessing to be able to lick our tongue at them and go, ha ha, you can't get us now, as we travel over them. So with the new overpass, drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists will be able to bypass the gate closings and continue along their way. So as I said, several agencies contributed to funding this bridge, and I would be remiss if I did not mention the city of Denver, the voters of Denver who approved the Better Denver Bond Program in 2007, funds that went to help fund this project. I want to thank you, Denver. I want to thank the voters for their forethought and for their care in our community. I also want to thank the business and property owners along this corridor who worked with us throughout the entire process. It could not have been done without their cooperation, all of whom had to move or saw some kind of encroachment along their properties. We appreciate their work. Again, working together has made this project possible. And if you would join with me, I just want to thank all the men and women who are wearing the hard hats and the colored vests for their hard work and keeping us on time and getting this project done. And with that, help me to welcome to the podium our neighbor, our friend, the great mayor of the city of Aurora, the Honorable Steve Hogan.
Well, thank you, Mayor Hancock, and I want to recognize Aurora City Council Member Bob Broom, who is also here with us today. I want to echo all of the thank yous that Mayor Hancock delivered. It couldn't have been done without hard work from the people who actually did the work. It couldn't have been done without the cooperation of numerous jurisdictions. And it couldn't have been done without the understanding of those folks who own businesses around here who saw their lives interrupted for a period of time. But I think the success that we really celebrate here is the fact that this is just another linchpin of the whole effort to tie us all together, to make sure that we have good, clean, easy ways to get people back and forth throughout this entire metropolitan area. This is a key point of contact with the East Line, the line that will serve DIA, the line that really will help to ensure that this entire Denver metropolitan area really becomes more international, more attractive, and more interesting to those who want to come in here, who want to build here, who want to move here, who want to live here. It'll tie together parts of Aurora with the rest of the metropolitan area. It'll tie all of us together with Lakewood and Greenwood Village and Lone Tree and other parts of this large community. So it's one of many moments that I hope we will all be celebrating over the next 2 years as this system comes together, and this system that we all support, we all want, begins to show to all of us that it can and will make a difference to this community. I want to also echo the thanks to Union Pacific. These kinds of things don't happen easily. In my one of my prior lives, I was involved with some transportation projects that also got involved with negotiations with railroads. And to have someone voluntarily step up and say, we want to help, was just an absolutely magnificent action. It really is something that doesn't happen much. And of course, RTD. You all have done a great job on this project, and you deserve all the thanks that you get as well. So who am I to introduce? Barbara Deadweiler, the RTD director for this district. Barbara?
Thank you very much. I'd also like to add my welcome to Mayors Hancock and Hogan and Councilman Herndon and Ms. Cassidy, to welcome you to my district, District B. I'm the only one up here that represents both sides of that line. It has taken years and years of putting up with traffic congestion along Peoria Street to get here. But does it feel good now? Yeah. All right. In a short time, there will be a clear and unrestricted connection between Denver and Aurora, Montbello, Morris Heights, the people of Northeast Denver, and Anschutz. Below our feet in 2 years, RTD will be running passenger trains between the 5th busiest airport in the United States and the core of the city, recognized as one of America's best places for business, recreation, and lifestyle. To build this bridge over it instead of having crossing lanes across it means improved mobility and safety for all. But the line will also serve the people of Northeast Denver and Aurora by opening up high-speed transit between their homes and businesses, employment and entertainment options, all across this huge metropolitan area. Just to the west of these tracks, you'll see our Peoria station, which will serve the airport as well as the I-225 line through the heart of Aurora and down to the Denver Tech Center. It is only through working together with our partners that something like this can be done. RTD contributed $20 million out of the $50 million budget. Together with funds from the city, the federal government, and the Union Pacific Railroad, we were all able to come to agreement on this great improvement for the people who live here. We have not only a new bridge that will better serve buses and drivers' cars, as well as the East Rail Line trains and Union Pacific Freight, but we will also have wide sidewalks here that will allow pedestrians and cyclists to have safe passage over all of it. Finally, I save the best for last. There's one more group of people who truly deserve our thanks and admiration, and that is the men and women who actually brought this bridge up from the drawing board and the ground. You. From the designers to the excavators, carpenters, concrete finishers, all the way to the flaggers who kept traveling public safe, and as well as our workers. We all owe them a great big thank you for finishing a quality job on time and under budget. They have worked through some of the harshest conditions Colorado have to offer our construction workers, and they do it day in and day out. So to our hardworking men and women who gave us a most welcome improvement to our part of town, we say job well done. Thank you.
Well, I am so thrilled to be here, and my role today, on behalf of my company, Union Pacific Railroad, is to say thank you and congratulations to the leaders who had the vision and the foresight and put the muscle behind the leadership that needed to come together to make the investment to see this happen. Union Pacific Railroad is pleased to get behind such an effort, and it's easy to come in when you have such bold vision and strong leadership. And so on behalf of Union Pacific Railroad, I first just want to say job well done and thanks for coming up with a great way to not only tie the communities together in a safe way to create safety and a more safe way for mobility and access, but also to signal that this area and this region is open for business, and we found a way to do it all. We're not going to slow down the freight movement that drives this economy, but we are going to find a way for access to be achieved more safely and more efficiency for all of the residents who live here. So I want to say well done in coming up with a plan to put all of those things in place. Union Pacific Railroad operates in what we call a total safety culture. And anytime we close down a railroad highway crossing in lieu of something like this beautiful facility that we're standing on today, it does enhance the safety of the community and reduces the risk that we have when we are moving freight and people in the same places. So we appreciate that. We know that it creates more of a quality of life for the people who live in this area without impacting the commerce that moves through and that's driving so much of the economic activity in the area. So again, job well done. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our own engineering team. Union Pacific Railroad has professionals that came together as partners with the cities of Aurora and Denver and RTD to make this happen. Our engineering team saw the benefit of making this happen. At the time, I was working with my colleague Kelly Aberre, who I saw earlier, and I don't see her at the moment, but I know she's here, and I want to say thanks to Kelly. Sue Grabler is here. She did a lot of work on this. Our manager of industrial and public projects couldn't be here today. Sherman Spear is his name. We want to be great partners. We realize that it is a pain to get stuck by the train, and we know that. So we want to be good partners to you and figure out better ways, smarter ways to get it all in. Sherman Spear, Dave Peterson, and Thad Call are all members of our engineering team who worked hard to put this together and make a relatively small financial contribution, but one where we were very pleased to be acting in partnership with everyone. So thanks for that. Congratulations. We're so glad that we get to be a part of this. And again, just want to say kudos to the great leaders and vision that put this together. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, and all the speakers that we had today. As you saw, this took a tremendous amount of teams to come together to make this a success. And I want to name some of the city agencies that were crucial in making this a success. To the city agencies including Public Works, City's Attorney's Office, Environmental Health, Division of Real Estate, the city's Fast Track team, Office of Economic Development, Community Planning and Development, the Budget and Management Office, Better Denver Bond Team, Finance and Administration, just so many agencies coming together to make this a tremendous success in a short amount of time. Let's please give them all a round of applause again. And some other people that worked alongside us, the CH2M Hill team, who helped with NEPA portion of the project, SEMA and the Parkins Brinkerhoff team, who did the design and construction work. And as we said again, thank you to the men and women who turned drawings and renderings into the structure that we're celebrating today. And we want to thank SEMA for providing the refreshments for today's events. We want to thank Mother Nature for not raining on us, because I originally thought we were going to have that earlier today. And lastly, I want to ask the dignitaries that are with me to join me in sweeping away the line that divides our two cities as we open a new connection for our region. This was not.
Denver 8 TV. Your city, your source.